Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia, and more specifically Kamloops, BC. Welcome to my YouTube. Make sure that you're subscribed just down below here. Hit that bell and you'll get notified immediately as soon as I do go live. Also, if you're joining me through my Facebook page or my Facebook group, welcome. I am so glad that you joined me. One note, if you do watch and you do go back to different things on my Facebook group or my Facebook page to look at videos, unfortunately you will not be able to see those videos after 30 days. Facebook now has a new program where they take out those videos, but it is always available on my YouTube channel. So I strongly suggest that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that bell, and you do get notified. Awesome. So it is card sketch, and it's card sketch number 249. Remember last week I used part of the paper pumpkin. This one I'm going to use just mainly DSP and some dies. So it just shows that you can make some different cards. And I really like this sketch because it's got a lot more layers on it, and you can dress it up and you can dress it down as well. And I just noticed, and I think it might be, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find the dies that I actually brought down for this, or not the dies, the embellishments, but that's okay. All right, so this is part of a live, so if I am talking with different people as we go along, just remember that you can watch this on a replay and then you can scoot on by. But I do love talking to the people when they join me here, and because I truly do appreciate everybody that does join me. So good morning, Marie and Judy and Andrea and Amanda. Wow. So we have got people from across Canada, and we've got some people in Kamloops, and also Amanda from the Netherlands. Welcome. I really do appreciate you being here. So let's scoot on down. But first of all, I want to show you something that's have you seen the new annual catalog? If you're not a demonstrator, you will probably not have seen this. I am prepping all of my catalogs that are going out to people that have made a purchase in the last 6 months, which means, you know, if you want a catalog from me, it's no big deal. You could get a catalog. I would charge you $5, but on your first order, I would take the $5 off. So it's just a matter of, they are getting costly, and for mailing, they're now up to $7 to mail these, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So the annual catalog, our launch is June the 7th, so save the date there if you do live in Canada, and if you're part of my team, by all means. That is the date that we're doing the launch. And the reason being for that it's so late, because this goes live on May the 6th. The reason it's so late is because Melva and I are away for 2 of those weekends coming up after the launch, and then it kind of gives us a tiny bit of time afterwards. And of course my retreat I have as well. But I am going to give you a sneak peek of the new in colors. I know they look a little wild kind of on here, but they're not really that. I love this one here, and you know what? I am not quite used to the names yet, but this is Darling Duckling, and it's kind of in between. If I show you this with this Daffodil Delight, you'll see that it's kind of it's a little paler. And I would say it's got gray tones in it. I think all these colors have a bit of a tone, or they're a gray tone in there. So there's the Darling Duckling. You have Strawberry Slush. This is a returning color, so that's kind of nice that you can be able to see this. I love this one, and this is the Cloud Cover. It's kind of like Seafoam Spray. And Bordering Blue, it's a lot lighter than Bordering Blue, but it's a very, very pretty color. Now, the unfortunate part is they're having issues with the ink colors, so those aren't going to be available right away. Hello, Lila. This one is, and oh my goodness, I have to look in for the name because I don't want to lose the name of this one as well. And it is called Secret Sea. And it's very pretty as well. And then, can you believe it? An orange, and it's called Timid Tiger, and I am going to say I like this. It's just have such a pretty color to it. Look at it with the Secret Sea. Look at it with, I even like it with the Strawberry Slush. I like it with the Darling Duckling. And it's okay with the cloud cover, but it goes great with all of them. I think all of these go great. This one can go with almost all of them. Yeah, so anyways, those are the new in colors. So along with my annual catalog, you'll have a bookmark with the new colors, the new in colors, so that's kind of fun as well, just so that you got a reference to it. So like I say, if you put an order in with me and you're not a demonstrator, I will send one of these to you as well. All right, so let's show you this sketch. It does have a few more layers. We're up to 6 layers on here, including the card base. Remember and I'm going to bring this up closer. Somebody says they want to see it. You know what, Amanda? I'm not really a green and yellow person. And I'm not really an orange person, I will tell you that right now. But I don't mind these colors. Okay, so anyways, this is card sketch number 249. I'm just bringing it up a little bit closer. This will be posting in my group down below here in my group or on my page at 10:45, so that you've got this to follow along. Remember to follow along with it. Like I say, I am going to be using a lot of designer series paper on here, and some of it's retiring, so it's good to know what is retiring. And you know, oh, I do have it. Whew. I was worried about the embellishments. I'm going to use these. These are called the opal rounds. Guess what? These are continuing on. So you're going to hear me going on and off throughout all the time. There is telling you what's retiring, what's not retiring. This isn't retiring, and I love it because it's got the navy in there. Okay, so we have a piece. This is Daffodil Delight. I decided not to use the Darling Duckling. And this is 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And this gives our regular card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5.5. So we're just going to score that right in and fold it into the mountain and come in with our bone folder. All right. So the next one, it says is 3 3/4 by 5. So I decided to use Night of Navy because I do like yellow and Night of Navy together. Now I'm going to build this part up and then decide if I'm going to put some ribbon on it, or if I'm going to put some twine on it, or just leave it as it is. Okay, so the next piece is 3.5 by 4 3/4. So I decided to use this. Now this is from the Mediterranean Blooms, and this piece is, or this designer series paper is retiring. Hello, Marjorie, and hello, Caroline. Awesome. Yes, if you can't watch it all, make sure that you do watch it on the replay. So this is 3.5 by 4 3/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there, and I'm thinking to myself, oh brother, I bet I don't have that much glue in here. I've been busy getting all my stuff ready for my retreat. And I am using lots and lots of glue on the pillow gifts that are there. So anyways, so I'll just have that. All right, so I'm just going to come in and glue this. I'll see, whoops, sorry, if I can get a tiny bit more glue out of here, because there we go. And let's just go ahead and put that right on there. Whoops. Now that to me looks like it's a little crooked. Let me come in with my trimmer and see how that is. This is supposed to be 3 3/4. 3 3/4. just off by a smidgen. Oops, there we go. And it's these little pieces that you got to make sure that you don't get onto your trimmer. All right. Then, like I say, this piece is going to go on here. And then I also have another piece. And this piece is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. And that's going to go on here. But I have another piece that is 2 by 4. And this is another piece of Designer Series paper. Now this Designer Series paper is that Floral Delight, which we used for a stamp camp just recently. And that is going to go right on there. And we'll just put that on there. So it just shows that you can match a lot of Designer Series paper and everything else. Dropping everything all over the place here. So that's going to go there. And then I also have a couple more pieces here. And this piece happens to be this one's 2 by 3 1/2. And that's actually going to go on here. And then I've got a sliver or a thing. And this is going to be for the sentiment on there. So it all shows on here as that. So let me just go ahead and put this onto here. It's just going to go on there like so. Maybe I could pull it over just a little bit more. Ooh, that's drying on there very quickly. We're just going to take that there. There we go. All right, and then this piece here, like I said, is 2 inches by 3 1/2. I've gone ahead and I've measured this up 3/4 or 1/4 of an inch. And what I've done is I have gone ahead and I have cut out the letters from the alphabet a la mode. And we are going to put the word happy on here. Now, I marked that like that. I'm going to try to erase quite a bit of it off because I went a little too dark, but it's going to give me that rough idea where it is. There we go. And I am going to come and in the halfway mark, I'm going to mark, this is 3 1/2, so it's going to be at 1 7/8. So I'm actually going to come and, or 3 1/2, 1 3/4. And the 1 3/4 is right about there. And then I have gone ahead and I've used some retired, I didn't realize, but I'm using some retired of this adhesive sheets because I ran out. So I'm just going to come in here and put this P right in the middle. And that makes it so easy. Now, the reason I do that is so that I can get the even spacing as we go along. This is also given 1/4 of an inch up at the top. So then I'm just going to go, we're going to put the other P on. Just here. And if I have to at the end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around and trim this off because it can be a little bit narrower as well. Let's just come in here. Now, if you were lucky, you got these alphabet a la mode during celebration and you got them for free. Like, it was a great celebration, and they're still carried over into the new catalog, which is amazing. I love it when you have alphabets. There we go. So a good way to put these on is also by tweezers, but I'm okay with this one. Not going to hit that down too hard or press it down too hard to begin with. And then we'll put the Y on there. Come in with my tweezers here. There we go. And see, that really helps with lining it up. And this is what you'd also do for if you're doing any memory keeping in that. All right. Now with the H, you have to just figure out which is the top and the bottom. I like the shorter part to be up at the top. So then I'm just going to come here. And put the happy there. You know what? I'm probably okay leaving that like that. So just come in and erase my lines. And then, so this can go right about here. And I'm okay having that extra part on the side. I could take off maybe 1/8 of an inch on both sides. Let's take off 1/8 of an inch because I can. Not 1/4, but 1/8, I think, is the best way to do this. And then it'll be just a tiny bit. There we go. All right, so then when this goes on here, see how that's going to come a little bit in on there, which will deviate a little bit from the sketch, but we're okay with that. Now, what I want to do is I want to do birthday on here. So I'm going to come in with my Simply Said. It does have birthday on it. It has the full happy birthday, but I don't need to have the happy birthday. I could go happy birthday, but I think that's a little overdoing it. So I'm going to come in with my happy birthday. This is staying in the catalog. I am so happy. So let's just put this on there. Yeah, I think this is one of the most versatile stamp sets. I'm just going to come in and ink up the birthday, and if I get a tiny bit of happy on there, I'm okay. But I think I should be able to do this right. And we're going to use our white embossing powder. So pretty plain card. If you wanted to, I guess what we could do is we could turn around and put a flower up there. That would be kind of cool. I might end up doing that. So just heat setting this with the embossing powder. So I think I can pop that up. I'm going to cut this off. Just like so. That's going to go happy. And I think I'm going to bring that up just a bit. So I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. So just a reminder, I am doing Sip and Stamp again tonight, so if you want to come and bring your projects, it's 6:30 Pacific time. I have so much stuff I've got to get done. But you're more than welcome to join us. So this is just going to go about here. Then I'm just going to come up, and I'm going to come with this black. Take some of this off the side here. Because it's dark, I don't want it to be white behind it. Right on there. And that is just going to go right there. So then this is going to go on here like so. So see how easy that is. Now what I could do is come along, and this one works really well. Is this Everyday for You? And what I could do, I wonder what that would look like. Let me just quickly do that. I'm just gonna, do I want, what size do I want? This would be really kind of neat just up there. Okay, I'm gonna do this actually. That should have been cleaned. But I'm gonna come with my Night of Navy. Just going to come with a spare piece of white. I don't even have a piece of white here. So let's just try this. Now this should have paper piercing mat underneath it. I'm just going to hold it down. Lots of layers, I know. Sometimes it's really nice to have a bunch of layers. Last week I went very easy on it, so I thought, ooh, I better. And I'm going to leave it with no, you know what, that really thin ribbon would look okay on here that went with the Floral Delight. That would look good on here too. I love yellow and navy together, but this definitely needs something up there. So this has, I don't know if it does. Yes, it does. Excuse me. Now, this is part of the memory keeping, this stamp set and dies. Look at that. I can't get it out. Just silly. And I think, oh, there we go. That's why I can't. So I'm just going to take this out, and I think this is the one. Yep. And then I'm just going to cut a little bit out of here. And we're going to run that through our mini cut and emboss. And then we have this to go on the inside, and I think we'll put another one of those flowers on there on the inside. So that's, just had that Night of Navy. That is silly. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'll just put this on there as well. And then let's come in and use this with the mini cut and emboss. Yeah, I don't think it's too busy. Yes, and I like these together, these colors. They're, used to wear a lot of navy and yellow. I could wear a certain yellow. We can all wear a certain yellow. But it's nice to be able to use the stuff that we've got and mix and match. And now with everything retiring, I don't know about that everyday you and me. I haven't figured that one. I haven't looked that one up, so I'll have to look that one up as well. Now, this is blue, so what I could do is color the back side of that, but I think I'm going to leave it. So let's go here and see how this is just going to go there and just takes that tiny little bit off there. And I'm just going to glue it on. Lala says, layers make it feel like more body to the card. Yes. Sometimes it's nice to have not so many layers. Their postage going up the way it's going up, it's just put that die away. And then we're going to come in, so I'm all out of these opal rounds. I am going to come in and use these, and because they are not retiring, I'm very happy about it. Let's come in with our pick tool. I'm going to use, let's see, I think I'll use one of these. There. A little one there. And another little one right there. And there we go. There's my card. There's the card sketch. So you can see just a tiny bit of a deviation there and there, but I think that works okay. And that's using the Everyday You and Me, using our Alphabet Ella mode, and also our Simply Said. This one, like I say, if you don't have this one, you need to have that one in your stash, because it's just got all the sayings that you need, and it fits onto almost every card. So yeah, it's a great one. Ah, thanks, Amanda. Hello, Dorothy. So here we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. Remember, if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. Remember to come and put it on my Facebook group. And that reminds me, I still have not sent out those that tutorial that I have for that. Still trying to wrap my head around all the different things that I have to do. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I like the layers. It's nice to have some layers on there. So what is happening now? Sip and Stamp tonight at 6:30 Pacific time. If you would like to come and join us, there's a group of us that do join together, but you're more than welcome. We'd love to have you join us. Another thing is Monday I will be live at 12 o'clock Pacific. That's at noon Pacific. That's where I'll do a fancy photo or a 3D project. I might do a 3D project. I want to show you some more of my 3D swaps that I got in Brisbane. And let's see, what else is there. Right. If you do live in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to work with you. You can just reach out. If you want a catalog, just reach out. Also, and you know what? If you do have a demonstrator and you have a question, by all means, reach out to me. I'd love to help you with anything that you'd like to see. And remember to create, because it's great for the soul. All right, this sketch will show at 10:45 on my Facebook and my Facebook group. Thanks, Andrea. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Judy. All right, you guys. Like I said, remember to create. And we will see you on Monday at noon if we don't see you tonight on the Sip and Stamp. Bye for now.